दुकान तोड़ दिया है, आदमी को मार काट दिया है, ये सब तोड़ दिया है, ये सब।
Murshidabad has been marked by communal violence as a protest against the Waqf Amendment law turned deadly. 3 people, including a father-son duo, were killed in the violence, while dozens others were injured. What followed was hundreds of people leaving their homes, fleeing the Murshidabad district to save their lives. In fact, many crossed the Bhagirathi river using boats to take shelter in adjoining Malda district. BJP has claimed that over 400 Hindus have been forced to flee. They even went on to share pictures. In fact, some BJP leaders even compared the situation in Murshidabad to the 1990 exodus of Kashmiri Pandits. But before we get into those details, let's understand what happened in Murshidabad, what triggered the violence, what have victims claimed, and obviously a political slugfest, a blame game has erupted. So what are the TMC and the BJP saying? On the 11th of April, protests against the Waqf Amendment Act erupted in several areas in Muslim-majority Murshidabad, including Suti, Dhulian, Jangipur and Shamsherganj. The protests soon spiraled into a communal violence. A violent mob was seen setting vehicles, including police vans, on fire. Shops and houses were vandalized, stones were thrown at security forces and roads were blocked. Not only that, several people were also attacked. Now, the violent mob even reportedly hacked a father-son duo to death. They were both artisans who made clay idols of deities. Several victims have recounted the horror, claiming that their homes and shops were targeted.
दुकान तोड़ दिया है, आदमी को मार काट दिया है, ये सब तोड़ दिया है, ये सब चोरा के ले गया, लूटपाट करके ले गया सब कुछ। हम लोग का एक तो घर में जनाना आदमी सब, हम चाचा छोटा लड़का बच्चा है हम लोग का, कैसे घर में रखे ला, चाकू छुरी लेके घर में घुस जाके मार रहा है। हम लोग क्या करेंगे, कहाँ जाएंगे हम लोग, बताइए हम लोग।
In response to all the violence in parts of the district, prohibitory orders under Section 163 of Bharatiya Nagrik Suraksha Sanhita were imposed in the affected areas. Internet services have also been suspended to prevent the spread of rumors and further escalation. Over 200 people have been arrested so far in view of the violence. Now, the violence broke out over the Waqf Amendment Act 2025, which was passed by both houses of the parliament following extended debates. It received presidential assent from President Draupadi Murmu on the 5th of April and was officially notified, coming into effect on the 8th of April 2025. This act will bring significant changes to the administration and governance of Waqf properties across the country. Now, critics argue that the amendments imposed under the Waqf Amendment Act infringe upon religious freedoms and minority rights, leading to widespread concerns, particularly among the Muslim communities. In West Bengal, which has a substantial Muslim population, the act was met with strong opposition. Various groups organized protests to express their dissatisfaction. Meanwhile, Chief Minister Mamata Banerjee assured that the act would not be enforced in West Bengal. However, despite her assurance, demonstrations intensified, particularly in the Murshidabad district. Hundreds of Hindu families began fleeing Murshidabad, fearing for their lives. Many used boats to cross into neighbouring Malda district. BJP leaders claimed that over 400 Hindus were forced to flee and shared pictures showing families escaping with their belongings. Some even drew comparison to the 1990 exodus of Kashmiri Pandits, a reference that added fuel to the already raging fire. The political fallout was inevitable. The BJP wasted no time blaming the TMC government for failing to protect Hindus in the region. BJP MP Jyotirmay Singh Mehato wrote to Union Minister Amit Shah demanding that 4 Bengal districts to be declared disturbed areas under the Armed Forces Special Provisions Act, that is the AFSPA. Now, BJP's Shubhendu Adhikari went further. He accused the state government of shielding rioters. Meanwhile, the TMC has called the violence in Murshidabad a conspiracy. TMC leader Kunal Ghosh claimed that violence may be a part of a larger conspiracy involving selected elements from central agencies, a section of BSF and some political parties. Caught in the crossfire of this crisis is Yusuf Pathan, cricketer turned politician and Behrampur MP. Now, while most of the violence-hit areas are not in his parliamentary constituency, they are in close proximity. Amid the turmoil, Pathan posted a picture of himself sipping tea, relaxing and smiling. And that post did not go unnoticed. Social media erupted. Many questioned Pathan's silence on the issue and slammed the timing of his post as insensitive. In a district burning with communal unrest, his moment of calm was seen by critics as callous detachment. Well, the situation in Murshidabad is currently under control, but tension still hangs heavy in the air. prohibitory orders remain in place and internet services are yet to be restored. The political blame game is only intensifying, and with elections looming on the horizon, this incident could shape the narrative in West Bengal for weeks to come.